Hello everyone, my name is Emily and welcome to English Club. I am so happy you are here today. We make videos to help you learn English. Today we have a very fun topic. But first, let me say hello to my friend Paul. Hi Paul.
Hi Emily. Hello everyone. I am Paul. It is so nice to be here today. How are you doing, Emily?
I am doing very well, thank you so much for asking, Paul. I am really happy today because the weather is so nice outside. How about you? How are you today?
Oh, I am doing great, Emily. Thank you for asking. Yes, the weather is beautiful today. I can see the sun outside my window. It makes me feel very happy.
That is wonderful, Paul. I love sunny days too. So, did you have a good morning today?
Yes, I had a really good morning. I woke up early and I had a nice breakfast. I ate some toast with butter and jam, and I drank some coffee. It was delicious. How was your morning, Emily?
Oh, that sounds like a lovely breakfast, Paul. My morning was good too. I also woke up early. I like to start my day early, you know. I had some cereal with milk and a banana. And I also had some tea. I really like tea in the morning.
Oh, that sounds nice, Emily. I like tea too, but I usually drink coffee. So, did you do anything else this morning?
Well, yes. After breakfast, I went for a short walk. Just around my neighborhood, you know. I walked for about 20 minutes. It was very relaxing. The fresh air felt so good. Do you like walking in the morning, Paul?
Yes, I do like walking, but I usually walk in the evening. In the morning, I am sometimes a little bit sleepy, so I need my coffee first. But walking is a really nice activity. It is very healthy.
Yes, you are right, Paul. Walking is very healthy. I try to walk every day if I can. It helps me feel better and it gives me energy for the day.
That is a very good habit, Emily. I should try to walk more in the morning too. Maybe I will start doing that.
That would be great, Paul. Okay, so everyone, before we start today's topic, please like and subscribe to our channel for more English learning videos. We really appreciate your support. It helps us a lot.
Yes, please do subscribe. We make new videos every week to help you learn English. And if you like our videos, please click the like button. It really helps us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, Paul, so today we have a really interesting topic to talk about. Today we are going to talk about favorite activities. We will learn how to talk about the things we like to do in our free time.
Oh, that is a great topic, Emily. I think everyone has activities they enjoy doing. This will be very useful for our listeners.
Yes, exactly, Paul. So, when we talk about favorite activities, we are talking about hobbies and things we do for fun. Things we enjoy doing when we are not working or studying. Do you understand what I mean, Paul?
Yes, I understand completely, Emily. Favorite activities are the things that make us happy, the things we choose to do in our free time, like reading or playing sports or watching movies, things like that.
Yes, exactly right, Paul. Those are perfect examples. So, let me ask you a question, Paul. What are your favorite activities? What do you like to do in your free time?
Oh, that is a good question, Emily. Well, I have several favorite activities. One of my favorite things to do is reading. I really love reading books. I read almost every day.
Oh, that is wonderful, Paul. Reading is such a great activity. What kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read different kinds of books, Emily. But my favorite books are mystery books. You know, books with interesting stories where you try to solve a mystery. I find them very exciting.
Oh, mystery books sound really interesting, Paul. I like mystery books too. They are very exciting to read. So, how often do you read? Do you read every day?
Yes, I try to read every day, Emily. Usually, I read before I go to bed. I read for about 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour. It helps me relax after a long day. Reading makes me feel calm and peaceful.
That is a very nice routine, Paul. I think reading before bed is a great idea. It is much better than looking at your phone, right?
Oh yes, absolutely, Emily. Looking at your phone before bed is not good for sleep. Reading a book is much better. It helps your mind relax. So, what about you, Emily? What are your favorite activities?
Well, Paul, I also have several favorite activities. One of my favorite things to do is cooking. I really enjoy cooking new recipes and trying different foods.
Oh, cooking is a great activity, Emily. That is very useful too. Do you cook every day?
Yes, I cook almost every day, Paul. I like to cook dinner for myself. Sometimes I cook for my family too. I find it very relaxing and creative. When I cook, I can try new things and be creative with different ingredients.
That sounds wonderful, Emily. What kind of food do you like to cook?
I like to cook many different kinds of food, Paul. But my favorite food to cook is Italian food. I love making pasta dishes. Pasta is delicious and there are so many different ways to make it. I also like making pizza at home.
Oh, that sounds delicious, Emily. I love Italian food too. Making pizza at home sounds like a lot of fun. Is it difficult to make pizza?
It is not too difficult, Paul. At first, it seems hard, but when you practice, it becomes easier. The most important thing is making the dough. The dough is the bread part of the pizza. You need flour, water, yeast, and salt. You mix them together and then you wait for the dough to rise.
Oh, I see. That sounds interesting, Emily. How long do you need to wait?
Usually, you need to wait about 1 hour or 2 hours, Paul. The dough needs time to rise and become bigger. After that, you can add your toppings. Toppings are the things you put on top of the pizza, like cheese, tomatoes, vegetables, or meat.
I understand, Emily. So toppings are the ingredients you put on the pizza. What are your favorite toppings?
My favorite toppings are cheese, tomatoes, mushrooms, and olives, Paul. I like vegetable pizza, but sometimes I also add chicken or ham. What about you? What toppings do you like on pizza?
I like cheese and pepperoni, Emily. Pepperoni is a kind of spicy meat. I also like mushrooms and peppers. Oh, and I really love extra cheese on my pizza.
Extra cheese is always good, Paul. Pizza with lots of cheese is the best. So, we talked about reading and cooking. These are indoor activities we do inside our homes. Do you have any outdoor activities you enjoy, Paul? Activities you do outside?
Oh yes, Emily. I do enjoy some outdoor activities. One of my favorite outdoor activities is cycling. I really like riding my bicycle.
Oh, cycling is a great activity, Paul. It is very good exercise, too. How often do you go cycling?
I try to go cycling at least twice a week, Emily, usually on the weekend. I like to ride my bicycle in the park near my house. There is a nice path for cycling there. It is very peaceful and quiet.
That sounds lovely, Paul. Cycling in the park must be very relaxing. How long do you usually cycle for?
I usually cycle for about 1 hour, Emily. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. It depends on how much time I have and how I feel that day. But I always enjoy it. The fresh air and the exercise make me feel very good.
Yes, I can imagine, Paul. Exercise is so important for our health. And when you do it outside in nature, it is even better. The fresh air and the trees and birds make it more enjoyable.
Exactly, Emily. Being in nature is very good for us. It helps us feel more relaxed and happy. So, do you have any outdoor activities you enjoy?
Yes, I do, Paul. One of my favorite outdoor activities is gardening. I really love working in my garden.
Oh, gardening is a wonderful activity, Emily. Do you have a big garden?
My garden is not very big, Paul, but it is big enough for me. I grow some flowers and some vegetables. I have tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs like basil and parsley. And I also have some beautiful roses and sunflowers.
That sounds beautiful, Emily. Growing your own vegetables is great. You can eat fresh vegetables from your garden. That must be very satisfying.
Yes, it is very satisfying, Paul. When I pick a tomato from my garden and eat it, it tastes so much better than tomatoes from the store. And I know exactly where it came from. I grew it myself.
That is wonderful, Emily. How often do you work in your garden?
I work in my garden almost every day, Paul, but just for a short time, maybe 20 or 30 minutes. I water the plants, pull out the weeds, and check if everything is growing well. In the spring and summer, I work more because there is more to do. But in the winter, there is less work.
I see, Emily. So gardening is a seasonal activity. It changes with the seasons. That makes sense. because plants need warm weather to grow.
Yes, exactly, Paul. In the spring, I plant new seeds and prepare the soil. In the summer, I water the plants and harvest the vegetables. In the fall, I clean up the garden and prepare it for winter. And in the winter, I plan what I will plant next year.
That is very interesting, Emily. It sounds like gardening teaches you a lot about nature and the seasons. Do you find gardening relaxing?
Oh yes, very relaxing, Paul. When I work in the garden, I forget about my worries and stress. I just focus on the plants and the soil and the fresh air. It is like meditation for me. It makes me feel very peaceful and calm.
That is beautiful, Emily. I think many activities can be like meditation. When we focus on one thing and enjoy the present moment, we feel more peaceful. Reading is like that for me too.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Paul. Any activity can be relaxing if we do it mindfully, if we pay attention and enjoy the process. So, let me ask you another question, Paul. Do you have any creative activities you enjoy? Things like drawing, painting, or playing music?
Oh yes, Emily. I do have a creative activity I enjoy. I like playing the guitar. I am not a professional musician, but I play guitar just for fun.
Oh, that is wonderful, Paul. Playing an instrument is such a great skill. How long have you been playing guitar?
I have been playing guitar for about 5 years now, Emily. I started learning when I was in university. At first, it was very difficult. My fingers hurt a lot and I couldn't play well. But I practiced every day and slowly I got better.
That is great, Paul. Practice is so important when learning something new. Did you take lessons or did you teach yourself?
At first, I took some lessons, Emily. I had a teacher who showed me the basic chords and how to hold the guitar properly. But after a few months, I started teaching myself. I watched videos online and learned new songs from the internet.
That is impressive, Paul. So you are mostly self-taught. That takes a lot of discipline and motivation. What kind of music do you like to play on the guitar?
I like to play different kinds of music, Emily, but my favorite is rock music. I like classic rock songs from the 70s and 80s. Bands like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd. Their songs are fun to play on guitar.
Oh, those are great bands, Paul. Classic rock has such good guitar music. Do you play alone or do you play with other people?
Usually, I play alone, Emily. I play in my room just for myself. But sometimes I play with my friends. We get together and play music. It is not serious, we just have fun and enjoy playing together.
That sounds like a lot of fun, Paul. Playing music with friends is a great way to socialize and enjoy your hobby together. How often do you practice guitar?
I try to practice at least 3 or 4 times a week, Emily. Usually for about 30 or 1 hour. It depends on how busy I am. But I always make time for it because I enjoy it so much. Playing guitar helps me relax and express myself.
That is wonderful, Paul. It is important to make time for the activities we love. Even when we are busy, we should do things that make us happy. Life is not just about work and responsibilities, right?
Exactly, Emily. We need balance in our lives. We need time for work, but we also need time for fun and relaxation. Our favorite activities help us recharge our energy and feel happy.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. I completely agree with you. So, let me talk about another one of my favorite activities. I really enjoy watching movies. I am a big movie fan.
Oh, movies are great, Emily. I like watching movies too. What kind of movies do you like?
I like many different kinds of movies, Paul, but my favorite genre is comedy. I love movies that make me laugh. Comedies help me feel happy and forget about my problems for a while.
That is nice, Emily. Laughter is very good for us. It reduces stress and makes us feel better. Do you have a favorite comedy movie?
Oh, that is a hard question, Paul. I have many favorite comedies, but if I have to choose one, I would say my favorite is a movie called The Grand Budapest Hotel. It is a funny and beautiful movie with great characters and an interesting story.
Oh, I have heard of that movie, Emily. I haven't watched it yet, but many people say it's very good. I should watch it sometime.
Yes, you should definitely watch it, Paul. I think you would enjoy it. The director is very creative and the movie has a unique style. It is funny, but it also has a touching story about friendship and loyalty.
That sounds interesting, Emily. I'll add it to my list of movies to watch. So, how often do you watch movies?
I watch movies quite often, Paul. Usually I watch a movie 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes more if I have free time. I like to watch movies in the evening after dinner. It's a nice way to relax at the end of the day.
I agree, Emily. Watching a movie is a great way to unwind. Do you watch movies at home or do you go to the cinema?
I usually watch movies at home, Paul. I have a comfortable couch and a nice TV, so it is very pleasant to watch at home. But sometimes I do go to the cinema, especially if there is a new movie I really want to see. The cinema has a big screen and good sound, so it is a different experience.
Yes, the cinema is special, Emily. I also enjoy going to the cinema sometimes. The big screen makes the movie more exciting, but watching at home is more comfortable and cheaper.
Exactly, Paul. Both have their advantages. At home, you can pause the movie if you need to, and you can eat your own snacks. But at the cinema, you get the full experience with the big screen and surround sound.
That is true, Emily. So, we have talked about many different activities today. Reading, cooking, cycling, gardening, playing guitar, and watching movies. These are all wonderful ways to spend our free time. Let me ask you, Emily, why do you think it is important to have favorite activities and hobbies?
That is a great question, Paul. I think favorite activities are very important for several reasons. First, they help us relax and reduce stress. When we do something we enjoy, we forget about our worries and problems. We focus on the present moment and feel more peaceful.
Yes, that is very true, Emily. Activities help us escape from stress. What other reasons are there?
Well, second, Paul, favorite activities help us develop new skills and learn new things. For example, when you play guitar, you learn about music. When I cook, I learn about food and different cuisines. When we garden, we learn about plants and nature. So hobbies make us more knowledgeable and skilled.
That is an excellent point, Emily. We are always learning and growing through our hobbies. What else?
Third, Paul, favorite activities can help us meet new people and make friends. When we join a club or a class for our hobby, we meet people who share the same interests. For example, if you join a guitar class, you meet other people who love music. If I join a cooking class, I meet people who love cooking. We can share our passion and learn from each other.
Yes, Emily, that is so true. Hobbies are a great way to socialize and build friendships. I met some of my best friends through my hobbies. We share the same interests, so we have a lot to talk about.
Exactly, Paul. And there is one more reason I think is important. Favorite activities give us a sense of purpose and achievement. When we get better at our hobby, we feel proud of ourselves. For example, when you learn a new song on guitar, you feel accomplished. When I successfully grow a tomato plant, I feel happy and proud.
Yes, Emily, that feeling of achievement is wonderful. It boosts our confidence and self-esteem. When we see our progress and improvement, we feel good about ourselves.
Absolutely, Paul. So favorite activities are important for our mental health, our personal growth, our social life, and our sense of achievement. They make our lives richer and more meaningful.
I completely agree, Emily. Everyone should have at least one or two favorite activities they do regularly. It makes life so much better and more enjoyable.
Yes, Paul. Now, let me teach everyone some useful vocabulary for talking about favorite activities. This will help our listeners describe their own hobbies and interests. Are you ready, Paul?
Yes, I am ready, Emily. This will be very helpful for everyone.
Okay, great. So first, let us talk about some common verbs we use when discussing activities. When we talk about hobbies, we often use the verb enjoy. For example, I enjoy cooking, or Paul enjoys playing guitar. Enjoy means you like doing something and it makes you happy.
Yes, Emily, enjoy is a very useful word. We can also use the verb like. For example, I like reading, or Emily likes gardening. Like and enjoy are very similar, but enjoy is a little stronger. It shows you really love doing something.
That is right, Paul. Another useful verb is love. Love is even stronger than enjoy. For example, I love watching movies, or Paul loves playing guitar. When you love something, it means you have a very strong positive feeling about it.
Exactly, Emily. And we can also use the verb prefer. Prefer means you like one thing more than another thing. For example, I prefer reading to watching TV. This means I like reading more than watching TV.
Good example, Paul. Prefer is useful when we compare two activities. Now, let us talk about some phrases we can use. We often say, in my free time, to introduce our hobbies. For example, in my free time, I enjoy cooking. Or, in my free time, Paul plays guitar.
Yes, Emily. In my free time is a very common phrase. We can also say when I have time or whenever I can. For example, I read whenever I can. Or Emily gardens when she has time.
Great examples, Paul. Another useful phrase is I am interested in. This shows what topics or activities catch your attention. For example, I am interested in Italian cooking. Or Paul is interested in rock music.
Yes, Emily. I am interested in is very useful. We can also say I am passionate about. Passionate means you have very strong feelings and enthusiasm for something. For example, I am passionate about music. Or Emily is passionate about gardening.
Excellent, Paul. Passionate is a strong word that shows deep love for an activity. Now, let us talk about frequency words. These words tell us how often we do an activity. We have words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never.
Yes, Emily. These are very important words. For example, I always read before bed. This means I do it every single time. Or I usually cycle on weekends. This means I do it most of the time, but not always.
Right, Paul. And often means many times, but not as much as usually. For example, I often watch movies. Sometimes means occasionally, not very often. For example, Paul sometimes plays guitar with his friends. Rarely means almost never, very few times. And never means not at all, 0 times.
That is correct, Emily. These frequency words help us describe our habits and routines. Now, let me share some vocabulary about time expressions. We can say every day, every week, twice a week, 3 times a month, once a year, and so on.
Yes, Paul, those are very useful. For example, I cook every day, or Paul cycles twice a week. These expressions tell us exactly how often we do something. They are more specific than frequency words.
Exactly, Emily. We can also talk about when we do activities. We can say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night. For example, I read at night, or Emily walks in the morning.
Good examples, Paul. We can also say before work, after work, during lunch, on weekends, on weekdays, and so on. For example, I garden after work, or Paul plays guitar on weekends.
Yes, Emily. These expressions help us describe our daily and weekly routines. Now, let us talk about some adjectives we can use to describe activities. We can say an activity is relaxing, enjoyable, fun, exciting, challenging, rewarding, or creative.
Those are great adjectives, Paul. For example, I find cooking very relaxing. Or, Paul finds playing guitar challenging but rewarding. Relaxing means it helps you feel calm and peaceful. Enjoyable and fun mean it makes you happy. Exciting means it gives you energy and enthusiasm.
Yes, Emily. And challenging means it is difficult, but in a good way. It makes you think and improve. Rewarding means it gives you satisfaction and a sense of achievement. Creative means it lets you express yourself and make something new.
Perfect explanations, Paul. We can also use negative adjectives like boring, tiring, or frustrating. For example, some people find gardening tiring because it is physical work. Or some people find learning guitar frustrating at first because it is difficult.
That is true, Emily. Different people feel differently about activities. What is relaxing for one person might be boring for another person. What is exciting for one person might be frustrating for another person. We all have different tastes and preferences.
Absolutely, Paul. That is why it is important to find the activities that are right for you, the activities that match your personality and interests. Now, let me share some more useful phrases. When we want to recommend an activity to someone, we can say, you should try, or I recommend.
Yes, Emily. For example, you can say, you should try gardening. It is very relaxing. Or, I recommend watching this movie. It is really funny. These phrases help us share our hobbies with others.
Exactly, Paul. And when someone recommends something to us, we can respond by saying, that sounds interesting, or I will give it a try, or maybe I will try that sometime. These are polite ways to respond to recommendations.
Yes, Emily. Even if we are not sure we want to try it, we can be polite and open-minded. We can also ask questions about the activity. For example, how did you start? Or is it difficult to learn? Or how much time does it take?
Great questions, Paul. Asking questions shows interest and helps us learn more about the activity. We can also ask, what do you like most about it? Or what is the best part? Or do you do it alone or with others?
Yes, Emily. These questions help us understand why someone enjoys their hobby. Now, let us talk about how to start a conversation about favorite activities. We can simply ask, what do you do in your free time? Or what are your hobbies?
Yes, Paul. Those are the most common and direct questions. We can also ask, do you have any hobbies? Or what do you like to do for fun? Or how do you spend your weekends? All of these questions invite someone to talk about their favorite activities.
Exactly, Emily. And when someone asks us, we should give more than just one-word answers. We should give some details and examples. For example, instead of just saying, I read, we can say, I enjoy reading mystery books. I usually read before bed for about an hour. It helps me relax.
Perfect example, Paul. Giving details makes the conversation more interesting and helps the other person understand us better. We can also share why we like the activity or how we started doing it.
Yes, Emily. Sharing our reasons and stories makes the conversation more personal and engaging. For example, I can say, I started playing guitar in university because my roommate had a guitar and I was curious. He taught me some basic chords and I fell in love with it.
That is a wonderful story, Paul. See how much more interesting that is than just saying, I play guitar. Stories and details bring our hobbies to life and help others connect with us.
Absolutely, Emily. And when we listen to someone talk about their hobbies, we should show interest. We can nod, smile, and make comments like, that sounds great, or how interesting, or I would love to try that.
Yes, Paul. Active listening is very important in conversations. We can also relate their hobby to our own experiences. For example, if someone talks about cooking, we can say, oh, I like cooking too, or my mother loves cooking. What is your favorite dish to make?
Excellent point, Emily. Finding connections helps build rapport and keeps the conversation flowing naturally. Now, I think we have covered a lot of useful vocabulary and phrases today. Our listeners should feel more confident talking about their favorite activities in English.
Yes, I agree, Paul. We have talked about verbs like enjoy, like, love, and prefer. We have discussed frequency words and time expressions. We have shared adjectives to describe activities, and we have practiced useful phrases and questions for conversations about hobbies.
That is right, Emily. And we have shared our own favorite activities as examples. I talked about reading, cycling, and playing guitar. You talked about cooking, gardening, and watching movies. Hopefully, our examples help everyone understand how to talk about their own hobbies.
Yes, Paul. The most important thing is to be honest and enthusiastic when talking about your favorite activities. If you truly enjoy something, your enthusiasm will show in your words and your voice. People can tell when you are passionate about something.
That is so true, Emily. Passion is contagious. When we talk about things we love, other people become interested too. They want to know more and maybe even try the activity themselves.
Exactly, Paul. And remember, everyone, it is okay if your hobbies are simple or common. You do not need to have unusual or expensive hobbies to be interesting. Reading, walking, cooking, listening to music, these are all wonderful activities. What matters is that they make you happy and add value to your life.
Very well said, Emily. The best hobbies are the ones that bring you joy and help you feel balanced and fulfilled. It doesn't matter if they are popular or unique, expensive or free, indoor or outdoor. What matters is how they make you feel.
Absolutely, Paul. And I want to encourage everyone listening to make time for their favorite activities. I know life can be busy. We have work, family, responsibilities, and many things to do. But it is important to make time for yourself and the things you love.
Yes, Emily. Even just 15 or 20 minutes a day can make a big difference. If you love reading, read for 15 minutes before bed. If you love drawing, draw for 20 minutes during your lunch break. Small amounts of time add up and help you stay connected to your hobbies.
That is excellent advice, Paul. Start small and be consistent. It is better to do a little bit every day than to wait for a long period of free time that might never come. Make your hobbies a regular part of your routine.
Exactly, Emily. And if you don't have a hobby yet, I encourage you to try new things. Explore different activities and see what you enjoy. You might discover a passion you never knew you had.
Yes, Paul. Be open to trying new things. Maybe take a class, join a club, or ask a friend to teach you their hobby. You never know what you might fall in love with until you try it.
That is great advice, Emily. Well, I think we have had a wonderful conversation today. We have talked a lot about favorite activities, shared useful vocabulary, and given practical advice. I hope everyone has learned something today.
Yes, Paul, this has been a great conversation. I really enjoyed talking with you about our hobbies and interests, and I hope everyone listening feels more confident about discussing their favorite activities in English.
Me too, Emily. Thank you so much for this conversation. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you too, Paul. It is always a pleasure talking with you. Okay, everyone, before we finish today, I want to ask you a question. We would love to hear from you, so please leave a comment and tell us, what is your favorite activity? What do you like to do in your free time? We are very curious to know.
Yes, please share with us in the comments. We read all of your comments, and we love learning about you and your hobbies. Your comments also help other learners practice reading and writing English.
That is right, Paul. So please take a moment to write a comment. It can be short and simple. Just tell us one or two of your favorite activities. We would really appreciate it.
And remember, everyone, please like and subscribe to English Club for more English learning videos. We make new videos every week to help you improve your English. Your support means a lot to us.
Yes, please like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow and allows us to make more videos for you. Thank you so much for listening today. We appreciate you.
Thank you for spending time with us today. We hope you enjoyed this conversation and learned something useful. Keep practicing your English every day. You are doing great.
Yes, keep practicing and never give up. Learning English takes time, but you can do it. We believe in you. Thank you for listening, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and see you in the next video.
Goodbye. And remember, please like and subscribe to English Club for more English learning videos. Thank you for listening.